quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes!
Shooter take a shot deep. Open target! And her third. From left to right, sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch who's gonna step. He's gonna go for it fell from the sky into air and icing.
Good evening, CFSL, and welcome to YouTube action tonight as we'll have number 8 Auburn hosting Kentucky. Elon Alth and Cade Padgett bringing you the action live. As Cade, we got this matchup. What are your thoughts?
You know, Elon, I'm looking at this matchup as two quarterbacks that love to air it out, but currently two quarterbacks that are near the top of the league in terms of interceptions. Cunnington leads the league in interceptions, and Jay Duke is currently tied with about 4 other quarterbacks at 11. It's one of those things where these quarterbacks are going to put it in the air, and they're going to give the defenses opportunities.
D. Harris with a great return. And now that'll bring up TJ Cunnington, the quarterback from Kentucky. He's a junior out of Billings, Montana. Cunnington in the pistol formation, drops back, throws towards the right side. That is dropped. Second down.
And it was a good rally there by the Auburn defender, Chewy Baca, to break up the pass and force an incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Cunnington, except he's going to keep it this time. Sacked for a loss of 4 yards. And it's Lewis Fuller on the stop.
And Cunnington wanted to call his own number early, and Lewis Fuller tracked him down, made him pay, shedding the block beautifully, and 2 bang plays for this Auburn defense to get Kentucky to 3rd and long.
Shotgun formation for Cunnington. Drops back. Here's the pressure, sacked again, and nowhere to hide from Teddy Driver.
I don't think you could have written a better start for the Auburn Tiger defense other than a turnover. Incompletion, sack, and it is now 4th and over 20 yards, something we don't often see in the CFSL, and it will be an early punt for Kentucky.
And Kentucky should have, Auburn should have excellent field position here. As this one high, caught at the 50, already heading towards the 40, still on his feet. This could be trouble as Maverick Berlin with a 16-yard return.
And what a luxury to have your defense get a 3 and out and a great punt return to where you're already 5 yards away from probable field goal range for the Auburn Tigers.
Jay Duke, the senior out of Southside, Alabama, in the strong I formation. They'll hand it off to Scully, and he'll lose a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11.
And Chris Vasquez coming down hard on the TFL. Scally wanted to run it left and get to the edge, but he couldn't get there. The defenses are showing out early in this SEC one.
Ball on the far hash. Another strong I formation. Jay Duke under center. Takes the snap, hands off Scully again, goes towards the left side, looking for the 1st down, and he'll have it on a 12-yard rush.
He loses 1 on the 1st down, but gets it all back and then some on the 2nd carry, and War Eagle is moving.
Pistol formation. Takes the snap, drops back, steps towards the right, throws, caught this time by number 84. That's football Locklear with a 6-yard gain.
And Locklear, it is best to break the tackle and get a little extra yards, stepped out of bounds, but 6 yards on 1st down, you're never going to complain.
Shotgun formation for Duke. Throws towards the end zone, caught, touchdown, landslide.
And that might have been the easiest pitch and catch of the season for Jay Duke. Landslide, wide open at the toe tap back line of the end zone to get an easy touchdown. 6 points early for the Auburn Tigers.
And just like that, we've also got a touchdown on our Twitch game as a 2-yard touchdown pass to Devontae Eastland for Oregon to go up 7-0. With 6.5 left in the 1st. So now we'll see how the Wildcats respond. It's not only a battle in the SEC, it's a battle of the Cats, Tigers versus Wildcats. And here comes TJ Cunnington.
Yeah, Elin, if you're talking about battles in the SEC, Auburn and Kentucky have often had absolute knockdown, drag-out slugfests. That's not what the records show this year, but you have to admit that Kentucky is better than their 0-6 record.
Oh, absolutely. Cunnington drops back to pass with 7:17, throws towards the right side. Oh my goodness! Nearly picked off by Adrian Jordan III.
And Jordan just couldn't come. I mean, he shouldn't have had the popcorn on the sideline. 2 drops right there. My goodness.
Pass towards the right side. Cunnington can't get that one out, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and it was just a good throw away by Cunnington to avoid the sack.
Cunnington with the throw, caught, and a gain by Angel Douglas, but not nearly enough. It's 4th and 2.
And I believe that is a walk-on for Kentucky. We love a little bit of walk-on love early in the game, but not what you want to do. Stay short of the lines. Stay short. You're not gonna get there. It's walk-on Wednesdays, but Kentucky would have rather had the first down.
Maverick Berlin with a 9-yard return, and now we're going to see Auburn again with 6 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Jay Duke with the touchdown pass already. Last week he went 42 of 53 for almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Dumps that one off to Scully, and he is going to pick up the first down on progress.
He's going to take exactly what the defense gives him, and Scally is just doing work so far. Jay Duke and efficient, 3 for 3 for 34 yards.
Under center, it's Duke. Drops back, jumps off to Scally, takes off, and that's a 4-yard gain for Scally.
And exactly, just taking what the defense gives you, 4 yards on first down. It's never going to be a complaint from any offense in the league. You'll never face a 4th down if you get 4 every down.
Duke in the gun, drops back, throws towards the left side, caught by the big man. That is Carter, Hoss Carter, 9-yard gain.
And probably one of the only players on the Auburn Tigers that can rival A.D. Beard on Blast for the beard that he has. Hoss Carter on the season, 33 catches, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns for the young freshman.
CFSL on a Wednesday night, you gotta love it. Dropping back to pass as Duke throws, and that is caught by Lyde for an 11-yard gain. It's his 2nd reception, but he's already got the touchdown there.
You can tell Auburn is very comfortable playing at home tonight. It just seems like everything is going in motion for them. Nothing too difficult right now.
Under center, it's going to dump off to Scally, and he's lost for a 3-yard loss. Hit and brought down. So you can see.
Let's see, that is big number 97 for Kentucky. Vincenzo DeVito on the screen pass. It was a great play by Kentucky, finally holding up the Auburn defense. Let's see if they can do it for a 2nd play in a row.
2nd down and 13. Duke under center. Takes the snap, hands off. It's Scally again with a 3-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 11.
And he got back nearly all that he just lost on the previous play. So the first real test for the Auburn Tigers, 3rd and 11.
Dropping back to pass is Duke. Goes towards the right side, steps up, fires a wobbler, and that's going to be 4th and 11. Huge stop there by the Wildcats.
And it was a great stop, hitting Jay Duke as he throws. Didn't give him the chance to get that big muscle that he has behind that throw to find a wide open receiver in the end zone, and he ends up short-arming it and forces Auburn to settle for a long field goal.
So it's now 10-0 Tigers on the scoreboard with 4:57 remaining here in the first quarter. Elin Alth and Cade Padgett coming to you live from Auburn, and now we'll see what Cunnington and company can do here.
Elin, do you know what next week is?
I'm sure you're about to tell me. Week 8?
It's rivalry week. I'm looking in the chat right now, and I'm seeing a lot of roll tides on an Auburn game. And the Alabama fans are here early.
They camped out outside the stadium, and here we go. Cunnington in the gun, takes the snap, drops back to 452, throws towards the right side, caught. That is a reception by Cole Marks.
And it's Cole Marks' first touch of the night. 6 yards on first down, sets up a 2nd and 4. And Nate, I'm not even going to touch that.
Dropping back, throws, and that's caught for the first down by Baker.
And finally, back-to-back plays for the Kentucky offense. Looks like they're going to get the ball moving here a little bit and maybe just give their defense a breather. They've been on the field a lot in this first quarter.
And the handoff goes to Marks. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. It's interesting that we really haven't seen Cole Marks very much in this game early.
And it's just a very uncharacteristic year all in all for Cole Marks as a whole.
And here's the pressure, sacked in the backfield, loss of 8 yards, and a huge play by Cody Higdon.
And the third different Auburn Tiger to get a sack already, sets up another 3rd and long. But we talk about the Cole Marks stuff. He's averaging only 4.8 yards per carry. It's his worst since his freshman year. His sophomore and junior year, he averaged 6.1 each season. So this isn't the Cole Marks that we're used to seeing.
Cunnington back to pass pressure. He loses 1 sack, but not another one. And he'll go down. Tell you what, this Auburn defense looking a lot like Philadelphia in the Super Bowl with how much they are getting to the quarterback tonight.
I don't want to talk about the Super Bowl because I'm a Cowboys fan and it pained me to watch it. But you are right. This Auburn defense has done absolutely everything right so far against the Kentucky offense. And a 10-point lead in the CFSL is very easy to overcome. But right now, it just feels like Auburn's foot is all the way down on the gas.
Duke under center, hands off Scally, and he'll pick up a 5-yard gain.
And that's exactly what Auburn wants to do. A nice little run to the right side by Scally. 5 yards on first downs, keeps him in front of the chains.
Duke in the gun. Handoff. Nope, keeps it himself. He's got the first down to the 50 and is brought down from behind. Good tackle there for Jared Klein.
Jay Duke right there on the keeper, as was pointed out to me. He led the league in rushing last season for quarterbacks.
Pass it towards the left side, caught by big number 89, it looks like 88, Bobby Green, the wide receiver, junior out of Daytona Beach, Florida.
Bobby Green's first catch of the day on a wide receiver screen. Turns outside, takes it 12 yards. Good play.
Duke in the gun. Takes the snap, drops back, throws towards the right side, caught by Mizikar with a 3-yard gain.
And Jay Duke spreading the ball around early. Seems like he wants to get all of his receivers and tight ends involved in this passing game.
Duke in the gun. Takes the snap, drops back, throws towards the left side. That's caught by Lance Lyde with a good toe tap there. 3rd and 4.
And Auburn seems perfectly content going down the field 2 to 3 yards at a time right now at the behest of the Kentucky defense.
We'll have an update from our Twitch game in a minute as they'll throw that one. It's Scally. He'll break a tackle, and he's going to be short. 3 yards, he needed 4, and it's 4th and 1. Another great stop by the Wildcats. That'll bring out Alexander Malishin.
And it was a great stop by the Kentucky defense to hold them to a field goal attempt. Over on Twitch, it's a touchdown run from Ryan Roloski for 6 yards as Oregon goes up 14-3 on Ohio State with 1:34 left in the first quarter.
Now caught for Kentucky. We'll see what they can do here. And as Cole Marks brings it forward 22 yards.
Elin, would you have gone for it on that last drive if you were Auburn, the way things have gone at 4th and 1?
If I was Auburn, I'm considering it because you can make this a 17-point game. Now it's still only a 2-possession ball game. We're still in the first quarter. If you are Auburn, you kind of want to put your foot down on the gas as much as possible as Marks brings it forward for 2.
Yeah, and I'm of that same sentiment. With a backfield like Jay Duke and Thomas Scally, it's hard not to run a little bit of a read option there or just turn around, hand it to Scally, and let him get the yard that you need.
Cunnington in the gun, empty backfield. So he's going to be going to the air here. Throws over the top, caught for the first down by Angel Douglas.
And Angel Douglas, again, the walk-on getting some more love. Hey, Eugene, let's give him a scholarship. I'm going to ask you every week your walk-ons do something to give them a Scully, and I know you're not going to do it, but the offenses in the CFSL could be absolutely perfect if all they ran were corner routes.
Minute 36 remaining here in the first quarter. 13-0 Auburn. Cunnington takes the handoff, goes towards the right, steps, fires, caught for a first down by Harlan Hendrickson.
And Harlan Hendrickson has been fantastic for the Wildcats this season. First catch of the night, and we see it in chat. Eugene does not love walk-ons.
Dropping back, it's Cunnington. Throws and delivers a strike to Angel Douglas. 9-yard pickup, 2nd down and 1.
He's fighting for a scholarship, Eugene. Man, take what the defense gives you. Angel Douglas again, a little sit-down route. Cunnington finds him, sets up a very convertible 2nd and short.
Cunnington drops back, throws, and that is intercepted. This is huge. And he steps out of bounds. Kickoff made. And it looked like, it's number
Berlin.
1, Berlin.
Yeah, Maverick Berlin broke on that ball, broke on that comeback very fast, and just the last thing that you wanted to do if you're TJ Cunnington.
First career interception for the freshman out of Illinois, as they'll go ahead and hand this one off to Scally, and a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6.
That's his first career interception?
According to what I'm seeing here, yeah.
We call Berlin's name every week.
Duke goes for the screen to Scally, and he will pick up the first down the hard way. 12-yard gain.
I mean, a great fight by Scally throwing the nasty stiff arm, but yeah, our producer confirmed that's Maverick Berlin's first interception, and congratulations to the young man. Seems like we call his name with big pass breakups and big TFLs every week, and hard to believe he hadn't had an interception yet.
Handoff, Scally, and that's a 4-yard gain. By the way, no Auburn player has 2 interceptions this season either.
That is, I don't know what's harder to believe, the fact that Auburn players don't have that, or that Berlin just got his first.
That's the end of the first quarter, and it's Auburn 13, Kentucky nothing. You're tuned in to the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Got a Twitch update for you, and we'll give it to you right after this play by Duke and company. Auburn looking to extend their lead. Duke drops back, throws, and that is caught, and it is Huss Carter with a 10-yard reception.
Over on Twitch, it's a 4-yard touchdown pass to John Don as Ohio State cuts into the Oregon lead 14-10. There's 8:33 left in the second quarter, and yeah, Elon, I mean, there's not a single Auburn Tiger that has more than 1 interception.
Duke goes for the throw out towards the left side to Chewy Baca, 7-yard pickup. We don't see Chewy Baca make enough impact on this offense tonight.
I mean, he's finding a way onto the field, giving his receivers a little bit of a breather. And I mean, Baca's one of the guys on the defense that does have an interception, so he's shown that he can catch.
Strong eye formation. Scally, the deep back. Takes the handoff, goes towards the left side, turns upfield, has the first down to the 35, just shy of the 30. They're probably going to give him about the 31, but what matters the most is they're moving the chains.
A nice off-tackle run by Auburn to the left side, gets around the corner, gets some good blocks, well into Kentucky territory.
Eight minutes left in the half. Another strong eye formation. They'll hand it to Scally, and he's wrapped up, brought down, and sat down by Justin Austin.
That was
actually Nichols.
Yeah, Daryl Nichols, the walk-on running back. We know Auburn is walk-on running back university. Justin Duke doesn't like having a backup running back, so the walk-ons are going to get love.
Here we go, Duke with the pass caught and still on his feet. It's Lance Lyde with a 13-yard reception.
And Lyde paid the price once he got that first down. Absolutely planted on the door of the red zone.
Fresh set of downs for the Tigers. Strong I formation again. Handoff Scully, and he's down in the backfield. Loss of 4 yards on the play. And coming up making the play is Dante Samuel from the cornerback position.
And Samuel beat the up block to bring down Scally. It was just one of those plays from the defensive perspective that you love watching a corner come down and actually bring someone down on a tackle.
Duke in the gun, throws towards the right side. Caught by, looks like, Ragnar Wood with a 9-yard reception. His first time tonight.
And Jay Duke just spreading the ball around. And I see David Ware in chat. Lance Lyde sounds like he sings in a boy band. You know what, David? I'm all for the week 8 hatred so far.
Duke in the pistol, drops back, dumps that off to Scally on the right. Hurls the man, gets to the 5, and he's in. Touchdown. That has got to be a play of the week candidate with that hurdle into the touchdown.
And Scally did everything. The Kentucky Wildcat defense saw this screen from the jump. They weren't going to bring it down from the front. They had a chance to bring him down from behind, and they couldn't do it. And he's getting great down the field blocks, and the hurdle was unnecessary by Scally. What a play by the running back.
Unnecessary, you say. Entertaining, I say. As he puts on his best Maximus impression and asks the crowd, are you not entertained? 20-0 Auburn.
Hey, just because it was unnecessary doesn't mean it wasn't entertaining. We very rarely see hurdles work in the CFSL. Oftentimes people do helicopter moves and land on their head first before anything. So it's nice to see a hurdle actually work.
20-0 Auburn, and if you're Kentucky, it's not time to hit the panic button yet, I don't think. But let's get some points on the board. Let's get some momentum if you're the Wildcats.
We're not even 3 minutes into the second quarter, Elin. And I mean, if you're Kentucky, just get back to what you were doing last drive before the interception.
Cunnington drops back to pass, goes for the screen pass, caught by Marks. Loss of 3 on the play as he gets out of bounds.
And this Auburn defense has been flying around tonight. Every aspect of the game, they have dominated Kentucky so far and has left Cunnington and the Wildcats struggling for anything.
He'll go ahead and put the pressure on, and Marks is dropped for a loss of 4.
Teddy Driver absolutely destroyed the Polar on that play. Met him 5 yards in the backfield. That is exactly what you want to do if you're a defensive lineman. And once again, a 3rd and long for Kentucky, and 17 isn't even the longest third down they faced tonight.
Cunnington needs to make a play here, and he delivers a dot, one-handed catch, and off and running, and he is gone. Ricky Rack, we've been waiting all day. An 80-yard reception just shy of the touchdown.
And there's a reason we're in this booth, Ethan. I'm talking about how Kentucky hasn't had anything, and Ricky Rack says, I'm going to get it one-handed down the sideline in stride. Completely flips the field. When do we see an 80-yard catch that doesn't go for a touchdown?
That was absolutely nuts. Cunnington drops back pass, throws right side, and he drops it. If they can't turn this into a touchdown, that is a sign of trouble for Kentucky.
And it was and all that Rack play, I mean, it was Rashad Watson tracking him down inside the 5.
Here we go. Cunnington keeps it himself. Down he goes. Can't escape. Cody Higdon.
Higdon's 2nd sack of the night. Yeah, Rashad Watson hawked him down to save the touchdown on the big Ricky Rack play, and is giving this Tiger defense a chance to hold him to a field goal attempt and not let him in the end zone. You said it, man. If Kentucky can't punch this in for a touchdown after that big of a play, it might be spelling some trouble for him.
Shotgun formation, Cunnington. Drops back. Here comes the pressure. Dumps that one off towards the left side. It's Marks, and he's got nowhere to go.
And the third and screen pass really only seems to work if your name is Thomas Scally and you play for the Auburn Tigers. The Tiger defense was all over that one from the jump. Marks had nowhere to go. Big number 99, Alexis Storm. She read it from the jump, and hard to believe that after being brought down on the 3-yard line, Kentucky's taking a field goal from the 8.
Wow. That is an absolute clutch defensive play made to not give up the touchdown to Rack. And now they hold them to a field goal. That is just kind of indicative of the momentum that is with Auburn as Chewy Baca almost takes that one away from the crowd.
Over on Twitch, the 2-yard touchdown run by Emily Davis. Ohio State ties Oregon 17-17. 4:45 left in the second. Shadow, I see you in chat. How are you doing, commentators? I'm doing great, man. It's a beautiful Wednesday night here in the CFSL.
Absolutely is. It's always great when we get to hang out with you guys here on YouTube. Duke stands tall in the pocket, throws downfield, caught. Woo! Oh, and he paid for that one. I think I was Mizikar. Yep.
And my broadcast partner on Thursday nights, Dominic Barfield, loves to say Mizzy's getting busy, and he got busy getting laid out on that play. Good reroute by Mizikar to find the hole in his own defense and give Jay Duke an opportunity for a completion, but the Kentucky defense and number 2, Lloyd Trotter, letting out some anger.
Duke in the gun. He's got Scally, the scallywag himself, off of his right hip. And it's the handoff to Scally, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more.
All right, I'll say this. You broke me with that scallywag joke.
Handoff, Scally. He goes straight ahead, has the first down, nearly to the 25, 12-yard gain.
And it seems to me, Elin, that every time Scally gets brought down for a TFL, like he did by Vasquez on the previous play, he gets it all back and then some on the next play.
Dropping back, Duke goes towards the left side and caught. I believe that's that's Daryl Nichols, the walk-on.
And Daryl Nichols giving Scally a little bit of a play. He's in the backfield again right here. Good first down play to set up second and medium.
Dropping back, it's Duke, throws towards the left side, caught by Wood with a 5-yard reception, 3rd and inches.
And looked like Ragnar Wood may have turned the wrong way and set himself up in a bad spot to convert it, but sets up a 3rd and short nonetheless.
Dropping back, Duke goes towards the left side. What a catch by Lyde, but he dropped it, and it's picked up by the big man.
Elin, I don't know what this is going to count as. If it's
Banks.
I mean, it's obviously it's a catch, but did that ball stay on? Was that an interception? Was that it's something?
It was Bronx Banks that makes the play, and they're going to review it. We're going to get a really good look at this.
Okay, because it's a clear catch. Yeah, it looks like he's down, but if they rule it that ball is out, that ball never did touch the ground, and it would go down as an interception.
So the play is reversed. It'll be 4th and 1.
And I love the call here by Auburn to go for it like they should have done earlier in the game.
Duke drops back to pass, throws right side, going for it all here. Caught by Lyde. He's short of the touchdown, but he has the first down. 1st and goal, Tigers.
I would have just turned around and handed it to Scally or dumped it down to Scally out of the backfield, but why only get 1 yard when you can get damn near all of it? Landslide on the corner route and an absolute step out on the 1-inch line right here by Lyde, and Auburn knocking on the door.
Duke in the shotgun, hands off Scally, and he's in. Touchdown Auburn, 26-3 with the extra point coming.
We all know what kind of player Thomas Scally is, and that might have been the easiest touchdown of him so far in his career. A 1-yard touchdown walk in, almost a waltz in, because there was nobody touched him until he was 2 yards into the end zone, and it is a commanding 24-point lead right now for Auburn.
Auburn in full control here. We'll see if TJ Cunnington in this offense from Kentucky can do anything to kind of snap out of the funk that they're in. As here's a decent return by D. Harris.
Snap out of the funk is right, Elin. I mean, we've really only seen one really solid drive from Kentucky. I mean, they got points on the last one, but attribute that to Ricky Rack. They got to get something more consistent.
Cunnington goes for the sideline, but nobody home. Second down.
And Cunnington just wanted to airmail into the sideline, saw a girl in the stands, wrote his number on the ball before the play, and gave it to her.
Shotgun formation. Cunnington drops back, throws towards the right side, caught by Baker. No gain on the play, though.
Baker brought down immediately his second catch of the night, but it's hard to believe that a 3rd and 10, Elin, is probably one of the easiest third downs that Kentucky has faced tonight.
Cunnington in the gun, drops back, throws over the top, caught for the first down, and a big reception for Kentucky's Angel Douglas.
Have we ever had a walk-on wide receiver get more than 100 yards? Because Angel Douglas is on his way to it right now. 4 for 56. I'm telling Eugene, if he gets over 100, you need to give this man a scholarship.
We all know he won't, though.
We all know he won't.
Cunnington in the gun, drops back. 2.5 minutes to go, dumps that one off towards the right side, and it is Marks for a loss of 1.
And just as we talked about it earlier, how every time Scally seems to lose the yard, he gets it all back and then some. Every time Kentucky does something positive, it seems like the very next play they're going backwards. They keep shooting themselves in their own foot, and they just can't stay in front of the chains.
Got an update from Twitch for you in a second. As Cunnington drops back to pass, throws, that's caught by Marks. He spins his way across for a first down. A 36-yard touchdown pass to Eden Ballard as Ohio State takes a 24-17 lead with 1:38 left in the half. Cunnington in the gun, drops back. Pressure, now dumps it off towards the right side, and it's Moreno for a 3-yard gain.
There's another walk-on love right now for Kentucky, and it seems like they're starting to put together a decent drive right here. They're about 15 yards away from solid field goal range.
Dropping back, it's Cunnington. Loading up, goes deep, fires, touchdown, Ricky Rack. Got it this time.
You don't need a field goal when Ricky Rack is behind your defense like that. Wide open, easy pitch and catch for Cunnington to Rack. And finally, Kentucky is into the end zone with just under 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
27-9, and they're going to go for the 2-point conversion like this here. Cunnington in the gun. Takes the snap, keeps it himself, and it's good.
Great play call by Kentucky. Everybody sold out on the Cole Marks run, and Cunnington just pulled it and kept it himself. And you may be questioning why they're going to go for 2 right now. Well, it turns it from a 17-point game, which is 3 scores, to a 16-point game, which is just 2 scores.
Chewy Baca with a 33-yard return. And look at this Auburn offense favoring the pass, but the rushing game has been very well as well.
Yeah, we know who Justin Duke is and what kind of player Jay Duke is. We know that they love to air it out as much as they can, and you'd like to see Scally get involved more, but if it's working, don't change it.
Duke back to pass with 1:36. Sacked for a loss of 8 yards. Timeout called. Sack came courtesy of looking forward. It looked like it might have been Jefferson Miller. Tromping back, it's Duke, throws towards the right side. Scally, and he'll get a loss of 3. Timeout.
And back-to-back quick negative plays for Auburn sets them up in 3rd and 20 plus. Kentucky using a timeout on that second down. We'll see if Kentucky can get the ball back.
29, Duke looking for Scally, but it's deflected by Thompson.
The long arms of Titan Thompson just stuck his big mid out there, knocked that ball down to the ground, force a 4th down, and a punt coming up where Kentucky is going to have decent field position.
That's a high spinner and will be caught at the Harlan Hendrickson paid for that one.
I will say this, Elon, we have had some fantastic hits tonight.
We'll have an update from Twitch for you after this. Duke in the pistol. Drops back, or excuse me, this is Cunnington, dumps off to Marks, takes off towards the far sideline, 8-yard pickup.
And a nice pickup right there on the screen. It's a nice conservative play from Kentucky just to see if you get any yards. And they got a minute left. They're at about midfield, 2 timeouts. Everything is open for them.
Cunnington drops back, throws towards the right side. That is dropped. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Knocked out of the hands by the Auburn defense. Over on Twitch, 30-yard touchdown pass to Daxton Bliss Jr. Oregon ties it back up 24-24 with 27 seconds left in the half.
Here comes the snap. Cunnington throws, caught for the 1st down by D. Harris. Timeout, Wildcats.
And D. Harris on the catch, right in between the zone coverage. Nice pitch by TJ Cunnington. 1st down, Kentucky.
Cunnington with 49 seconds left in the half. Steps up, fires towards the right side. Nobody home, and looking like he was trying to get it over to the walk-on. Incomplete, though.
Yeah, and if you're Cunnington, you kind of want to put that ball where only your guy has an opportunity to catch it, avoid the turnover, and great play.
Cunnington going deep, looking for it here, and that is deflected by Hargrave.
And the Kentucky receiver managed to get behind the defense. It was number 28, which is another walk-on, but, I mean, it's a great play by Hargrave.
Takes the snap. Cunnington back to pass, throws towards the left side, caught by the walk-on, and picks up the 1st down. William Moreno with an 11-yard pickup.
I'm going to say it every time a walk-on gets a touch tonight. Give that man a scholarship.
Empty backfield. Cunnington throws left side, caught by Hendrickson, 7-yard pickup.
And a good pitch and catch. Kentucky going fast. The clock is now their enemy.
Cunnington back to pass again, throws towards the left side, caught for the 1st down, and it's Harlan Hendrickson again. 17 seconds left.
It's the exact same play back to back, and it moves the chains for the Wildcats.
Here we go. Cunnington throws towards the left side, caught by Baker. 4-yard pickup, 10 seconds left, 2nd and 6.
Baker does a good job getting out of bounds there, knowing he's not going to get the 1st down. 10 seconds left with 1 timeout. You think Kentucky has 2 plays no matter what here.
Cunnington in the gun. Throwing, and that is dropped right around the goal line. 3rd and 6 coming up.
And that was the walk-on that he was targeting on the sideline. Had the feet in bounds, just couldn't hold on to it. 7 seconds left now. Kentucky and TJ Cunnington need to be aware of the clock.
Cunnington, 6 seconds left, 5 seconds left. Throw, caught, and timeout called with 3 seconds left. 4th and 1, and they're going to bring out the walk-on kicker. Try and make it a 27-14 lead. Kick is up, and it is good. And that is the half. So halfway home, it's Auburn 27, Kentucky 14. Auburn gets the ball after the half. You're tuned in to the CFSL, presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Hey, I want to invite everyone to join us for Hangout 25 from July 11th through the 13th at New Braunfels, Texas. This is your chance to connect with fellow CFSL members, enjoy great company, and make unforgettable memories. Head over to the announcement channel and fill out the form to let us know if you're coming and how many are joining you. We hope to see you all there this year. Let's make it the best hangout yet. That is July 11th through the 13th in New Braunfels. Halfway here, and right now it looks like Auburn has the momentum, but Kentucky is starting to chip away here, Cade.
Yeah, I mean, Auburn had their foot on the gas for that entire first half, but it seems like their last two drives, they kind of sputtered a little bit. You look at these first half stats, Kentucky is dominated in the pass yards. Auburn has the control in the rushing yards, and Auburn nearly doubling up Kentucky in terms of time of possession.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is going to be absolutely fascinating to see how this goes. They are tied with total yards, though, at 240 each. It's the loss of yards on the rushing from Kentucky that is kind of costing this right here, as Auburn will get it back. So, Chewy Bacco, the 25-yard return, and we're off and running.
Yeah, and if you're Auburn here, like you said at half, everything that they did in the first half went right. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Duke loads up, fires downfield, and that is caught by Lyde, who rips it away from the defender.
And that was one thing that they didn't do in the first half, was take deep shots down the field, but in one-on-one coverage with Lance Lyde, I mean, hard to believe that you're not going to get a better opportunity. And it was a great go up and get it by Lyde, and a good throw by Duke, trusting his receiver.
Duke takes the snap, drops back, rolls towards the right. Here's the pressure, and they're going to call him a sack.
I didn't think he was down. I mean, you look at, he steps out. I mean, oh yeah, there it is. His right knee goes down. His knee goes down, so that is a sack. But I mean, it's hard to believe that he didn't go down on that, with Vincenzo DeVito coming down on him, and it was great play by the Kentucky defense.
Yeah, they rule that his knee is down, and now here's Jay Duke in the strong I formation, second and 17. Handoff Scally, and he goes down for a loss of 3.
And Vincenzo DeVito again. I mean, you have to feel like that sack where Jay Duke managed to stay up, it gives Kentucky a little bit of fire there, and they're selling out on the run to bring Scally down. Sets up a 3rd and mile.
3rd and 20. Duke drops back, throws it off to Scally, and he's going nowhere. Loss of 1 on the play. It's 4th and 21, and here comes the punt team. Good start for the Wildcat defense. We'll see what the offense can do here.
And it's an opportunity for Auburn to have maybe a little for the brand moment. David Ware in chat, who all is going to hang out this year? You know I am. And our executive producer, or our associate producer, Austin Crow, telling us, I don't know if he can make it, then winking. Well, he's about 20 minutes away from headquarters as it is anyway, so I know he'll be there.
And the punt rolls into the back of the end zone, and here come the Wildcats. Cunnington under center. Takes the snap, drops back. 737 keeps it himself, and he'll pick up a yard on the play. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and in my mind, Elin, for this entire second half, I mean, David, yes, we're going to hang out. In my mind, this entire second half for Kentucky is just to avoid the negative plays.
Cunnington with the screen pass, gets it out towards the left side, turning upfield to the 40, the 50, 45. D. Harris with a 35-yard reception.
Yeah, and it was a great job by D. Harris turning outside and getting upfield. And when I say avoid the negative plays, it's not necessarily sacks and interceptions, turnovers, that kind of thing. You obviously want to avoid those if you're an offense, but it's the 1-yard, 2-yard TFLs, because those add up, and then it gives an opportunity for the Auburn Tiger defense, especially the defensive line, to pin their ears back and go bring Cunnington down.
How big is this drive for Kentucky if they can get points here? 7 minutes left. Here's the pressure. He escapes it, tucks it, and runs and turns nothing into a yard.
Probably the best 1-yard run we're going to see tonight, Elin. My goodness, left, right, breaks 1 sack, left, right, up the middle again.
It's going to go down as a 1-yard run, but it looked more like 7 as they'll fire a dot to Cade Baker, and he's just short of the first down, 3rd and inches.
I mean, he probably ran like 35 yards to get that 1 yard, but it's a 3rd and inches right here for Kentucky, and you have to think that this is going to be a little bit of an RPO read option thing.
Cunnington Hands off, and he got it. It's Baker, or Marks, excuse me, for the first down. 1st and 10.
And only Cole Marks' 4th carry of the night. That is one of the most shocking stats in this game, maybe because of the game script and they got down so early, but you want to see him get more involved. Yes, David Ware, clothes are required at Hangout.
Cunnington drops back, going deep, and that is knocked away. Great job on the play by Maverick Berlin.
And a diving opportunity right there for what looked like Harlan Hendrickson. He just couldn't come up with it. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Under center, it's Cunnington. Hands off to Marks, goes towards the right side, and it's Berlin again after a gain of 1.
And 3rd and 9 coming up for the Kentucky Wildcat offense. I mean, normally 3rd and 9, that's a no, you don't want to be there, but considering Kentucky's faced 3rd and 20 plus, I don't know.
Cunnington throws towards the right side, and Marks can't get upfield.
And it's just one of those things that Kentucky seems like they kind of got a little too conservative when they got into Auburn territory, and they're going to settle for what is about a 45, 46-yard field goal.
Kick is up, and it is good. And it's a 10-point ball game.
You know, Elon, the kicker for Kentucky is a walk-on.
Yep.
We've seen a lot of walk-on love for Kentucky. I mean, at some point, Eugene has to give one of these guys a scholarship.
Yeah, at some point you would think. Is now Berlin with a 36-yard return. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. David Ware says, calling the game live is amazing at Hangout. I bet that is a fun time.
That would be nerve-wracking for me.
I was about to say, it feels almost like a live performance. Duke drops back to pass. Here comes the pressure, sacked in the backfield. He can't get away from Vincenzo DeVito, who is having himself a massive game.
Putting his name into the conversation for Defensive Player of the Week is Vincenzo DeVito. He has dominated the line of scrimmage all night and sets Auburn up 2nd and long.
Duke under center. Play action, holding, going deep, and that is caught. Oh boy, this could be trouble. And this is a touchdown by Ragnar Wood. The Viking with the invasion of the Kentucky end zone.
As a history nerd, that is one of the best references I've ever heard. And just after they lose 7-8 yards, they get all of it back and then some. What a throw by Jay Duke to Ragnar Wood behind the defense. And just when it looked like Kentucky was working their way back in, Auburn puts their foot on the gas and says, not yet.
34-17 Tigers as they'll give it back to the Wildcats. And just when you thought that the Wildcats were starting to get some momentum, it is clipping on the Wildcats on that one.
Yeah, every time there's a penalty on a kickoff, it has to be clipping, and Corey Burns with the clipping on that play just sets Kentucky up well behind where they should have been, and now they have the entirety of the field to go.
Cunnington drops back. Here's the pressure. Dumps that one off towards, looks like Marks for a 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7.
And calling the screen pass when the defense is blitzing is usually a recipe for success, but the Auburn defense just rallied and got to the ball and held it to only a 3-yard gain. A good game by Kentucky to stay in front of the chains, and a good job by Auburn to limit it to 3 yards.
Cunnington in the gun with the split backs, drops back, takes the handoff, throws, and that is caught. This is a great run, taking off and running. It's Ricky Rack with a 33-yard reception. Rack has been quality over quantity today with only 3 receptions, but he's already over 100 yards receiving.
50 yards per reception. I understand the majority of that is from that 80-yard completion, but my goodness, three catches over 150 receiving yards.
Cunnington in the gun, drops back. 4:11 left in the third. Throws towards the right side, knocked away by Maverick Berlin.
And the ball harmlessly hits the turf there for Cunnington. He avoids the turnover, and he stays exactly where he wants to.
Cunnington in the splits again. Drops back. Goes over the top. Caught by D. Harris for a 9-yard pickup, 3rd and 1 for the freshman out of San Francisco, California.
And 3 catches for 56 yards. It's a great job on 2nd and 10 to turn it into a 3rd and short.
He averages 7 catches for 102 yards. Need to get him involved more. Throw, and that is knocked down. Almost taken away, and that looked like Chewy Baca there.
You know, maybe I spoke too soon by saying he showed that he could catch on the deep when he has the interception, and he got one on the offensive side of the ball. But that was a potential pick 6 by Baca. What would have been his 2nd interception on the season. Would have been the only Auburn defender to have 2 interceptions.
Over on Twitch, we'll have an update for you after this first down by Auburn. Handoff, Scally. He's taken off. He's got the first down with an 11-yard rush. And for Thomas Scally, that is almost 60 yards today. Over on Twitch, a 20-yard touchdown pass to Eden Ballard, his 2nd. And the Buckeyes go up 34-24 with around 2.5 left in the 3rd. Dropping back, it's Duke. Goes over the top and caught by Lyde. 3-yard pickup. Lance Lyde having a pretty good game tonight. 8 receptions for 101 yards and a touchdown.
And Jay Duke, an absolutely magnificent 26 of 28 passing, thinking exactly what the Kentucky defense is going to give him.
Duke dropping back to pass, going deep, lobs it up high, intercepted. Jared Klein with the pick, and it turns it back over to Kentucky.
You can put that one all on me, Elon. I just said he's having a great night and just efficiently moving the ball and making no mistakes, and boom, interception. That is announcer's jinx at its finest.
Wow, you actually called that. You actually, man, that was like, that's Hall of Fame announcer's jinx right there.
Oh, good Lord.
Cole Marks with a 2-yard pickup. If you win broadcaster of the year this year, Cade, that's going to be the play that they play to prove how powerful you are as an announcer.
Oh man, I'm just glad I'm even in the conversation for announcer of the year, but don't put that one on me.
Hands off to Marks, 1-yard pickup.
Beards in chat, Tate is dead to me. I mean, oh my goodness. I couldn't have scripted that one any better. I mean, that'll be on the highlight reel for sure, Elon. I'm just going to see if somebody clips it this week just for the call.
Cunnington throws. That's caught by Marks, 4-yard pickup.
Oh, man. And Kentucky, after the interception, they're forced to punt it right back to Auburn. So it's a good stand by the Auburn defense. And David Ware, man, I mean, that is the highest of praises coming from you, reigning broadcaster of the year. One of the best calls. I mean, had the best call in my life in my time in the CFSL last season when A&M was against Kentucky in the semifinals, and we had a walk-off field goal from 50 plus. I mean, that was one of my favorite calls all time. So, David, I greatly appreciate that.
Absolutely. Jay Duke now into the game. Shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and is going to get a gain of 8 on the play.
I mean, what's one way to ensure you don't throw another interception is don't put the ball in the air. And Duke gets a good 8 yards, is getting back towards breaking even in terms of rushing yards tonight, because we know in the CFSL sacks count against your rushing yards. And it is hard to believe, Elon, the fact that there's only a 5-yard difference between these two.
Yeah, it is kind of mind-boggling here. Throw, and that is caught by Scally for a first down.
Yeah, David, I'm not going to answer that. But if you're Jay Duke, I mean, it's a good job finding Scally on the sit route to get the first down, but rolling right and throwing it back left, that is cardinal sin number 1 for quarterbacks. You never throw it across your body, and Duke is lucky that it was completion.
Duke keeps it himself, pitches back out to Scally. He's got some room in front of him, and a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, the triple option right there worked really good. 15 for 63 so far on the night for Scally. but you'd like to see Scally put his foot in the ground and get north and south. He's a very tough runner to bring down. This side-to-side stuff is only hurting him.
Duke handoff Scally, and he will get no gain on the play. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 coming up for Auburn. They're right at the midfield line. I'd expect that if they get enough yards to get into a 4th and inches or 4th and 1, they may go for it.
Duke drops back, throwing, and that is caught by Glide for 21 yards. 1st and 10 with 38 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Every time I talk about how many yards Auburn needs to get a 1st down, Lance Lye just says, shut up and stay in the booth. I'm going to run a corner route for 15 plus, and I'm going to get the yardage that we need. And it's a great throw by Duke to Lye. And again, corner routes in the CFSL are damn near impossible to stop.
Duke in the gun, dumps that one off to Mizikar. 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4.
And a good job on the wide receiver screen to get 6 yards, sets up a 2nd and medium. And if you're Auburn right now, sitting at a 17-point lead in scoring territory, you just got to play ball control ball.
Throw, and that's intercepted. This is trouble. Davis Green off to the races. He sees nothing but green and nothing but pay dirt. Touchdown on a pick 6, and this game is not over yet.
Are you going to credit that one to me too, Elon? Because I just said that they needed to play ball control ball, and they throw a pick 6. Oh my goodness, wide receiver screen pick 6. It's a tale as old as time in the CFSL, and it gives Kentucky the fire that they need to get back into this game.
And that is the end of the 3rd, and with fireworks like that, who knows what's coming in the 4th. You're tuned in to the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. 34-24. It's the exact same score both here on YouTube and also over on Twitch, as Auburn will get a great return. This could be trouble, and just like that, he is gone. Touchdown, Chewy Baca.
Oh my goodness, we got to make sure there's no laundry on the field, but Elon, I'm going to take that as I'm going to wipe my hands, and there's no announcer jinx. The ball doesn't lie, and it's still a 17-point game. Baca gets back on the field, gets Auburn back up by 16, should be 17 after the extra point, and we've had a lot of excitement in these last 20 seconds.
This game, it's not been your typical classic, as one team has led the entire way, but there has been moments where it's like, this is going to be something people don't forget for a while.
I mean, yeah, like we said, Auburn's led from the jump, but we saw it was 20-0 early, and I'm going to be honest, I expected Kentucky to just lay down. I mean, they haven't done that all year, but just by the way that their offense had done nothing, I thought that's what it was going to be. And they have fought tooth and nail to stay in this game and get back in it. We see a lot of Ricky Rack highlights, and then we've seen, I don't know what to tell you, Elon. This Kentucky team, they are dogs, and they refuse to go away.
Oh boy, here we go. Cunnington in the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, throws towards the left side, dropped it. It looked like D. Harris. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and D. Harris probably wishes he could have that one back. Had a little bit of space to turn it into something and get a 1st down, but nevertheless, the ball's still in Kentucky's hands.
Cunnington in the gun, drops back. Here's the pressure, throws, and that is intercepted.
I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. I said nevertheless, the ball's in Kentucky's hands, and now Adrian Jordan with the interception, and still no one has 2 interceptions for Auburn.
First interception for the junior, and now here comes Jay Duke and company, a chance to really kind of put their foot on the gas here. Duke pressure, sacked. Loss of 7 yards on the play, and it's Heinrich Kane with his first sack of the day.
And Kane bearing down on what should go down as a coverage sack. The back end of the Kentucky defense held up and gave their guys enough time up front to get to the quarterback and bring him to the turf.
Duke in the pistol, hands off. Scally takes off for 6, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, a third and I'm not going to say manageable because it is a long yardage down, but it's manageable for the Auburn Tigers because any yards here, you're in field goal range.
Duke takes the snap, drops back, throws. That's caught by Mizikar. 6-yard pickup, 4th and 6.
And a great catch by Mizikar, his 4th of the night, and Melanishin will come out to attempt the field goal. And should he make it, well, it's still a 3-score game, but 17-20.
Got it. 20-point lead for the Tigers of Auburn, the home team. Pretty happy with their performance, but let's see what kind of momentum Kentucky can do here.
Yeah, 7:40 left. I mean, TJ Cunnington has never been shy to air it out. I mean, heck, there's a reason he leads the league in interceptions this year. He's got to throw it a lot to be able to do that. So he's the guy you want under center right now if you're Kentucky. He's going to get it out there.
Cunnington takes the snap, drops back, has some blocking, but that one is deflected by DeMora.
Yeah, Cunnington just floated that one over the middle. King DeMora just couldn't come down with it. And it's probably one of the worst decisions that Cunnington has made tonight.
Wildcats, 2nd and 10. Cunnington throws, caught by D. Harris for the 1st down.
And he follows up that absolutely horrible floater in the middle of the field to a frozen rope to D. Harris on the right side, in between 2 guys to get a 1st down.
Keep your eye on Harris. He's been a guy that Cunnington has gone to when he's needed massive production. Throw, and that is knocked away by Adrian Jordan. He was looking for his 2nd interception, but he'll settle for the deflection.
He saw the green turf in front of him, Elin, and he just couldn't haul it in. And again, 2 out of 3 plays on this drive, Cunnington has made questionable throws.
Cunnington on 2nd and 10. Has time, throw, caught by Baker, and he only gets 2 on the play before Brandon Scott brings him down.
Yeah, and it's a positive game for Kentucky, but the clock is your enemy. You're down by 3 scores. You got to get going, and you got to get going now.
Cunnington drops back, throws, dumps that one off to, but he only gets a yard. 4th and 7. Over on Twitch, a 22-yard touchdown pass to Matthew Gully for Oregon as Ohio State with a 37-31 lead over there in the 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th, dump it to the walk-on. He's got the 1st down. Unbelievable. William Moreno on a big 4th and long conversion.
Of the offensive weapons on Kentucky's offense, William Moreno on a screen pass on 4th down was not on my bingo card.
Cunnington drops back, throw, and that is caught by Samuel. 2-yard pickup, 2nd down and 8.
And the positive here for Kentucky is they're still moving in the right direction. But again, 6 minutes left. It's a 3-score game. You're either going to need at least an onside kick or a turnover here, the way the clock's going.
Cunnington drops back to pass. Throws towards the sideline, caught by Marks for 5-yard pickup, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, 3rd and short right now. Cole Marks, 11 catches on the night, has been captain check down for TJ Cunnington.
20-point game with under 6 minutes to play. Dropping back to pass. It's Cunnington. Throws. Caught in traffic. Huge catch by Angel Douglas.
And Angel Douglas, the walk-on the deep dig, catches it in his numbers and breaks a tackle and fights for extra yards. 5 catches, over 70 yards on the night for the walk-on.
5 minutes, 37 seconds. If they can punch this in before the 5-minute mark, that would be ideal if you're Kentucky. Cunnington drops back to pass. Holding. Fires deep. That is intercepted at the 10. And it was intended for Harris, and it's Chewy Baca.
And Baca coming up with the interception. I'm not going to make the Star Wars sounds because he's not going to do it. It's not going to sound good, but Chewy, there you go. There's one. And Chewy Baca's second interception of the season, the first Auburn Tiger this year to have multiple interceptions.
And now back to Auburn we go. They'll throw that. Ooh, kind of a dangerous pass to Scally, because I tell you what, if Chris Vasquez comes up with that, that could be big.
Yeah, it's a dangerous part of the field right now. If you're Auburn deep in your own territory, it's a great pick by Scally, but you have to recognize as your offense, you can't, this is a mistake-free zone. You're inside your own 10-yard line.
Strong I formation. 2nd and 12 with 5:02 remaining, and now the 5-minute point. Handoff Scally. He'll go and run through a few, picks up 7 yards.
So, and I don't know if this is true. I'm gonna need our
hold on.
Excuse me, our executive producer. Yeah, okay. So he already had the career record for Auburn interceptions.
Duke drops back and he's sacked dangerously close to the goal line. Brought down by Vincenzo DeVito. How about him tonight? 3 sacks.
I mean, it's hard to nominate any defensive player for Defensive Player of the Week in a game where your team gets blown out by 3 scores. So, but even so, 5 tackles, 5 TFLs, 3 sacks for Vincenzo DeVito. You just don't see that very often from defensive linemen anymore. He has to be in the running for it.
This is going to be great field position for Kentucky. Hopefully they can convert this into points and try to tighten this thing up a little bit.
Yeah, 4:19 left, 20-point game. You have to think that onside kicks and 4-down territory is everything that you need in your future for Kentucky.
Cunnington in the gun. They're going to the air. Throws. Caught this time by Hendrickson. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and if you're Kentucky, I mean, it's a good completion to Harlan Hendrickson staying in front of the chains, but it's too conservative right now. And Auburn's doing a great job covering deep and not letting these Kentucky receivers get past them.
Cunnington back to pass. Here's the pressure. Throws deep, and that is caught. Great catch by Ricky Rack as he kind of sidesteps the defender and gets brought down at the 5.
I just need to stop talking, because right as I said they're not going to get behind him, there goes Ricky Rack, and it's a great catch by Ricky Rack, but it kills his average a little bit, brings it down to about 35, 40 yards a catch instead of 50.
Oh, that's just not as attractive a number, is it?
No, it's not.
Cunnington in the gun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, holding. 339 throws towards the end zone, and that is knocked away by Baca.
Baca on the coverage, and Beard, I see it in chat. I'm never going to stop talking about it. My job is to be as unbiased an announcer as possible and give as many jinxes in one game as I can.
Cunnington hands off to Marks. He'll lose a yard on the play. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, honestly, it's no disrespect to Cole Marks of the Kentucky run game. It's just not there tonight. Stop calling those plays. You're burning too much clock. You're wasting downs when you need points.
Cunnington takes a snap, drops back. 3 minutes left in this one. Here's the pressure, and he's hit as he's thrown. Coming up and laying the boom, it's Alexis Strong.
Yeah, and Alexis Storm bringing it down from the middle right there, and it's do or die territory for Kentucky.
Big 4th down. Cunnington drops back, throws right side. Unbelievable. It's the walk-on Moreno who almost took it in, but it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Not the play call there. Elin screen pass, let alone to a walk-on, but credit where credit's due. He got him down to the 2-yard line. In Auburn, they should be able just to run this clock out.
Duke with the pass, throws, and that is dropped by the receiver. Good coverage there by Drew Curtis.
Yeah, I say they're going to be able to run it out, and then Jay Duke starts throwing it into coverage, and what do I know?
Duke with the keeper, pitches it out to Scally. He's across the 10-yard line, and a 9-yard pickup, 3rd and 1.
And a dangerous play running a triple option in your own end zone. Jay Duke got planted there, but got the pitch off to Scally. 9-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 1.
Duke on 3rd and 1. 2 minutes, 41 seconds remaining and counting.
Cue the elevator music, Elin.
Uh-huh. Gotta imagine if they pick up this first down, that's pretty much it. Takes the snap at 2, screen pass, throws, right side, first down, thanks to Ragnar Wood.
And Kentucky forces him out of bounds, so the clock should stop for the Wildcat. Nope, I guess he wasn't out of bounds, and then Auburn is going into chew clock mode. I expect to see a lot of Thomas Scally.
Duke. In the gun, handoff, Scally. He takes off running forward, and he's got a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and it was a great run by Thomas Scally. 20 carries, 95 yards. Elin, we're looking at an Iron Bowl matchup for the SEC title next week.
That is going to be must-see TV. Duke hands off to Scally, no gain on the play, and 2nd and 10, and the clock continues to roll.
Yeah, and if you're Kentucky, you did show some fight tonight, just like you've shown fight in every game this season, but sitting at 0-7, it's safe to say that even if you win next week, your season is pretty much done after week 8, and you're going to have to move on to next season. But they've shown a lot of really great fight, and best 0-6 team, best 0-7 team I've ever seen. These guys have fought tooth and nail every game, and the score may not show it, but Kentucky gave it their all tonight.
Your final score tonight, it's Auburn victorious 44, Kentucky 24. And as you mentioned, Cade, it sets up an Iron Bowl for the SEC. That is exactly what we are going to get, and we're going to enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah, it's going to be a top 10 matchup next week with Alabama versus Auburn in the Iron Bowl. Winner takes home the SEC title and a top 4 seed in the playoffs. I mean, must-see TV indeed, Elin. I cannot wait for week 8.
Thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, our executive producer, Mike Peters, and of course, my broadcast partner for tonight's action, Mr. Cade Paget. And on behalf of our broadcast crew, I'm Elin Alth, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The CFSL is not the same without this great community. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back at 8:30 Central Time when Georgia takes on Tennessee. Thank you guys so much, and good night from Auburn.